Hey everyone, welcome back and welcome to my channel. My name is Stephanie, 1111 Tarot Babe, and I am here with Taurus Sun, Moon, and Risings reading for August. So, welcome if you are from Astro and you were listening to that collaboration I did with Mike. I'm going to go in a little bit more depth here, see what other information comes out. We're going to do some oracle draws, so stay tuned for that. And if you haven't checked that out already, make sure you head over to Astro. Mike is an amazing astrologer, and there's some really good information that he has regarding what's going to be going down in the sky for Taurus suns and rising. So all that information will be in the description box below. Wow, I'm already having a hard time with this one. And then we also, you can find out all the information on how to book a reading with me if you would like to. My website, 1111tarotbabe.com, and also where to find me online on Facebook. I run 2 groups, and I would love to see you all there. So check those out as well. All that information is down below. So let's go ahead and get started. The energy is kind of tough here. There's already, there's a ton of swords. We have the 3 of Swords, the 2 of Swords, and the 4 of Swords. There could be a difficulty that's attached to some sort of financial issue, or a person in your life that may have more money than you that helps you out. So, you know, a partner, a parent, some type of individual that embodies the King of Pentacles, and it seems like there's some sort of issue that comes down. I also do see this as, you know, you yourself embodying the King of Pentacles and kind of being hit with some difficult issues. I don't necessarily see, well, we have the 3 of Swords, which does indicate heartache and everything like that, but I don't necessarily see financial loss here. I just feel like there's more of some sort of issue that requires you to change your perspective on finances and change your perspective on how much you value yourself and your finances. Because the King of Pentacles really values, you know, his identity is tied to how much money he has and how much gold he has. And so there's something that kind of comes in that makes you go into a Four of Swords energy that's like, okay, well, is this really what I want? Do I really need to have this? Do I need to really have that? You know, is this really what my goal is for whatever I'm working on? And so there's some sort of decision that comes down, but I do feel like there's some sort of pain that sets this all off in motion. So let's go ahead and let's see if we can identify what the pain is, or any information about this 3 of Swords. Yeah, and I'm just not getting much information. It could be because it's going to play out the way it's going to play out, because we're just getting another major trying to clarify what the 3 of Swords is about. Because I'm pretty sure whenever I did the collab, that Wheel of Fortune came out to clarify the 3 of Swords, so we're still really not getting it. This is a cycle. You know, we do get that with the World. It lets you know, and the Wheel of Fortune, it's everything's a cycle. So there could be a change in your finances, for, you know, it could be for the worse, but it doesn't seem to me like it's going to be. And that's very strange. So I'm just trying to understand how it's going to play out. And more than likely what it is, you know, it plays out differently for everyone depending on where you are, depending on what you've been doing. You know, if you've been on a very positive path, and you've been struggling financially, but you've been working towards it, this could be a positive change, but for some reason it comes at a cost that would cause you to have some sort of emotional distress from it. Maybe it, you know, maybe you don't get to do exactly what you're wanting to do because you have to take a position that pays more. And if you are doing well financially, this could be indicating a loss, because it is indicating cycles and things changing, and you changing how you see yourself and your worth. But for some other people too, it might not necessarily be anything. It could just be a change in your perspective. It could be an external event with the 3 of Swords that has nothing to do with finances, that makes you reevaluate that part of yourself and that part of your identity. So we do have this victory that comes out in the end. There's this, it's a very positive ending. It's whatever cycle is coming to a completion, it was one that's just no longer serving you anymore, and now you're going into a new direction. So it is positive, and that's why I'm just very hesitant to say, oh, like, be careful, you might be losing a lot of money. There's just nothing there to indicate that. It just seems like anytime you have all these swords laying around, there's the more swords you see, the more I'm going to think, is this real? Is this real, or is this in your head? And things in your head are very real, or can seem very real, but sometimes, in regards to what's actually happening, like what money you're bringing in or whatever, like that's where it's, it might not necessarily be reality, and you could be making things worse. But I definitely feel like a lot of people, they're going to pull back, and they're just going to change their perspective on their finances. And not identify so closely with them, not hold that as to that's who they are, that they are the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles is great and all, but you still want to have all the other court cards in your energy. You still want to have the other parts of you. And so we don't see that coming out. We just see the King of Pentacles. And so that kind of says something to me. So let's go ahead and take a look. And I'm a Taurus sun, so I'm feeling a little attacked. I understand, I hold a strong value to what I, can afford to have and do and all that, to my actual self-worth. And like, I love my job. I'm a 10th house Venus. I love I love working. It's just a part of me. It always has been. And so I definitely identify far too much of who I am with what I'm doing and how I'm contributing to, my life, and how, like what I have, is shallow as that is. I can admit it. I hold value to that more than I should. So something comes in that kind of stir that up and change your perspective. So we have Purgatory coming out. And you know what? I'm going to actually have to reach over and take a look at this. But from what I remember, Purgatory always was kind of talking about just being in a state of purgatory, just a kind of a suspension, kind of a hangman energy. Let's see. So the emotional ups and downs you're experiencing are part of a healing process through which all that no longer serves you, I just said that, is being transformed and released. Though it may not seem like it, this is a positive time for you. And I said that to help facilitate the healing process. Make a list of anything you feel no longer serves a useful purpose in your life. Include this list all negative thoughts and fears. Once you have made your list, practice the following meditation. So I will leave that meditation down on the description box if you would like to check that out. So I think that's it, guys. It's like I was saying, like this is something that is going to play out energetically different, or how it's going to manifest in the physical in your life will be different, but it's for the best. So if you can just hold on to that while the rough patches are happening, that at the end of it all, you're going to be in a better situation than you were prior, then you will alleviate some of this Three of Swords energy. All right. Let me know if that resonated with you. Let me know what's going on in your life. Check in the comments. Let me know your other placements, and make sure to check out your other videos for your sun and well, you're probably listening if this is your sun, but for your moon and your rising. All right. Have a great August, you guys.